live on your tablet, phone, and the KUTV app. This is 2 News Live.
Thanks for joining us on 2 News Live. I'm Brian Schnee. Wednesday, June 7th. We're going in depth on a number of topics tonight. However, we are following breaking news in our newsroom right now. Let's get right to the live desk where Jade Elliott is standing by with the latest. Hey, I have a microphone for you. Don't worry.
There we go.
So I'm going to stand right here.
Yeah, information just coming in. Push alert just sent out. Information saying Utah Representative Chris Stewart has officially sent in his resignation letter to Governor Spencer Cox. Stewart's official resignation, there we go, my mic coming up now, is going to be effective September 15th. Governor Cox now has 7 days to release the special election schedule. Governor's office says they will send out an update on the next steps in this process. Of course, we knew it was coming. We didn't know exactly when that resignation date would be. Of course, he is stepping away to take care of his wife who has become ill. So again, that information just coming out, that push alert just sent out, and all of the information up on our website, KUTV.com as well. Breaking news coming in.
Jade Elliott with the very latest from the live desk with something we've talked about a number of times here on 2 News Live, bringing you the latest on Representative Chris Stewart. Just a few weeks ago, he joined us on the program as well to talk about a number of issues. We did not know about this situation when he was with us, though. That came shortly thereafter. Hey, if you'd like to weigh in with us on the show, you can always do so by using the hashtag 2 News Live to join our conversation. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can send a direct message to any of those platforms to weigh in. Let's continue to go in depth tonight on a topic that we've talked about here over the last few days. It's been devastating for some families across the state. A call for action tonight after 2 friends died in a recent road rage incident. Add to that more road rage cases in the state of Utah as it keeps happening. What are our lawmakers doing about it? Ariel Harrison is at the Utah State Capitol tonight after, looks like you're getting beat up with some weather too, Ariel. We'll talk about that after. But what are you finding out from lawmakers? What are they looking to address?
Yeah, guys, bear with me. We have some rain moving through the area, pretty strong right now. So these 2 victims that died in the Eagle Mountain incident on Sunday, they were not even involved in this road rage. And so now their friends have started what they're calling an action campaign. It's on GoFundMe. They've risen over $15,000 already, and that is to start the conversation here in Utah about road rage when it comes to legislation, messaging, making people aware that just that split second decision can change lives forever. Now, Brian, you mentioned we went to state lawmakers today. We sure did. I messaged a handful of them, including the governor and lieutenant governor, asking them if the conversation is happening at the legislative level, what that looks like if it is, and if there would be possibility for a special session. I didn't hear back from most of them, but I heard back from one of them. We'll have more on what she had to say coming up on 2 News at 6.
Ariel, just quickly, I know you looked ahead to 2 News at 6. Give us one snippet about what she had to tell you.
She acknowledged that, hey, a lot of us on the road, we just need to be more empathetic, and that seems to be what a lot of lawmakers who are speaking out about this are sharing right now, that we just need to be tolerant of each other on the road and not be so quick to get angry. Some of the simple things we learn as children, right? So kind of crazy that's the advice, but this is a very, very serious situation that has now just recently taken 2 more Utah lives.
Ariel Harrison live for us tonight outside of the Utah State Capitol. Ariel, as always, thank you for joining us on 2 News Live. We will see you tonight on 2 News at 6 o'clock. We want to hear from you at home. What should state officials and law enforcement work on or do to curb road rage in the state of Utah? I encourage you to scan the QR code right now on your screen to weigh in. Right now, the poll says we need stiffer penalties. Close to that, more enforcement of the existing laws. Not much of you saying nothing needs to change, and I didn't expect to see that much. So if you'd like to weigh in, please do so right now by using that poll. An encouraging sight at the Great Salt Lake Marina yesterday. I had the chance to take a look at Crane Day for the sailing community. It's what you'd likely assume a crane day to be, a crane hoisting the sailboats into the marina. So what's the big deal here? Well, it's been a little while for these sailors and boat owners who didn't have much water to work with over the last few years.
It's always had to be craned in. It's the only way. driving. We're set.
It's kind of we're here, the recreation season's back on at Great Salt Lake. We're putting in approximately from 30 to 33 boats here today at the Great Salt Lake Marina. It's a great thing because if a lot of people can remember, last season, the marina was dried up, all the boats got pulled from it, the launch ramp was closed, which is not something that's in any sense of normalcy for the Great Salt Lake Marina. So there wasn't really any idea of when this was going to be able to happen. And to have it happen so soon is just phenomenal news for the sailing community. The marina right now is a night and day difference compared to what it looked like last year. The Great Salt Lake is up about 5 feet from its record low last fall. It's important to remember though that one good water year doesn't erase years and years of drought.
With more boats going in, what is done on the state park side to ensure safety for boaters?
We are very tight-knit with the boaters here. The park manager here, Dave Shear, is a sailor himself. He prides himself very much on being a boater as much as he is a harbor master or a state park manager. So we work with them. We try and let the community know about any changing conditions out there.
Well, it was an encouraging sight to see that many boats put in the marina yesterday. It was actually really fun to be out there too, so I had a great time. But the sailors were very excited. Everyone out there working together as part of a lot of these just hobbyist groups, excited to get back on the water. They referenced 5 feet.
That's right.
It looks like a little more.
Yeah, 5.4 feet since that historic low back in November. And if you're wondering if we're going to continue to see that number climb, we did a little bit of research. In the last several years, typically peak elevation happens in the month of May. We're now into June, but some of those wetter years, it happens sometime in the first few weeks of June. So I doubt this number is going to climb very much. We're still melting that high elevation snow, but maybe a few more inches. I don't expect really another couple feet, but that's still great news.
And then looking down south, obviously that number more impressive.
More impressive, 48 feet, but still, you know, about 36% from full pool down at Lake Powell. But this is good news. We just need a couple more winters to really fill up Lake Powell.
The projection here was about 70, right?
Yeah, this number is going to continue to climb. It's the Great Salt Lake number that's probably going to be leveling off. So we'll see. We still have probably another month for Lake Powell to fill up. And at that rate, they're getting about a foot per day.
Well, right now, outside of our studio here downtown Salt Lake City, some rain coming down.
Yeah, and some pretty gusty winds. Heavy rainfall for some. So let's get right to your forecast. Live look at radar, and you can see a lot of red on the map right here in downtown Salt Lake City. We've been tracking this thunderstorm for the last about 30 minutes. It kind of just blossomed across the southern end of the valley, and now we're seeing that heavy rainfall. Really no hail, which is a bit of good news. We don't want any hail damage, just a couple lightning strikes, and this storm is actually moving pretty slow. So we'll get a good drink of water out of it as it crawls to the north at about 10 miles per hour. So Salt Lake, Sugar House, Murray, Mill Creek, Holiday, West Valley, headed towards the airport. And of course, with the storm motion at 10 miles per hour, it will be pushing into Davis County. We'll see how strong it will be, though, in Davis County. But here's the very latest timing. North Salt Lake at 6:03, Bountiful at 6:17, Farmington at 6:48, and Layton, again, if it holds together, at 7:17. Before the storm moves in, though, you'll probably expect some pretty gusty winds, and then the heavy rain arrives. Before the rain moved in, though, we had some warm temperatures. We hit 84 degrees in Ogden and in Salt Lake, Provo at 78, lots of 70s and 80s across central and southern Utah. If you're going to the Real game this evening and you're wondering if we're going to have a storm or two, hopefully the rain ends by 7:30. I think it should, but we can't rule out a stray shower or storm. I think most of the game will be dry. I would bring a poncho just in case, but you're probably not going to use it. Temperatures will be very comfortable in the 70s. So here's a setup. We got this pesky storm system that's been hanging out to our west. We've had a few of them lately, and that's why it's been so active the last couple weeks. It's not quite a monsoonal flow, but our winds are out of the south, and that's why we've had a little bit of moisture and these scattered thunderstorms, especially near and over our mountains. As we head through the next couple hours, here we are at 7 o'clock, still a few storms near the Idaho border, a couple lingering along the Wasatch Front, and then by 10 o'clock, it does look pretty quiet as things kind of wind down. Tomorrow morning, maybe some more sunshine. There is some drier air moving in from the south. I still think we'll have some pop-up thunderstorms, mainly across far northern Utah and in the mountains. Rain chances are lower now here along the Wasatch Front, and those temperatures, they stay warm but near normal. Lots of upper 70s and low 80s for daytime highs. Hot day, though, in Moab at 90 degrees, and I think if you're headed to those national parks, you should be okay. There could be a stray thunderstorm maybe near Bryce Canyon or Zion National Park. St. George dry. Temperatures in June in St. George in the 80s, that's really pleasant. Our rain chances are a little bit lower now, but still could see a stray thunderstorm tomorrow, Friday, and on Saturday. Best chance over the mountains, and then those scattered thunderstorms return Sunday and Monday. So this pattern kind of continues for maybe another week. Now, St. George, you're going to be in the 80s through Friday, low 90s over the weekend. That's still below normal. Could see a couple pop-up thunderstorms Sunday and Monday as we drop back into the 80s Monday and Tuesday in southern Utah. Salt Lake, we're going to hover in the low 80s for the rest of the work week and into the weekend. Again, there might be a couple pop-up storms in the mountains, but a better chance for those valley thunderstorms Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And that's when temperatures will cool off into the 70s. So 70s and 80s in early mid-June, that is really nice weather in my book. But again, if you get a thunderstorm, turn off your sprinklers. We're seeing it right now. And of course, the rain does cool the temperature just a bit by about 10 to 15 degrees on average.
As you were talking, I was actually listening to you in my ear. Funny how I can do that too. I was looking outside though. I mean, you could see bolts of lightning. There's a UDOT camera I was peeling off in the corner here over I-80 eastbound 7th East. You could see some flashes of lightning. This is a pretty strong band moving through.
Yeah, we're not seeing any hail, which is good, but heavy rainfall, a couple lightning strikes. The thing about this storm compared to the last several ones, it's not moving very quickly, so we're going to see more water come out of this thunderstorm than what we've seen previously.
Of course, it's conveniently right when folks are driving home. Funny how that works.
And on 2 News Live.
And on 2 News Live. We love it that way. But as always, if you're out there, please drive safe. Thank you, Chase. Remember to download our 2 News weather app to know about changes in your neighborhood. You can get updated forecasts. As always, you can get live radar right on your phone. The app is free to download. Chase just ran over to take a look outside. He didn't believe me that it was raining.
Wow.
No, it is. It's coming down.
Like cats and dogs.
Like cats and dogs, quite
As they
literally.
say.
Hey, I have the wrong monitor up here. Let me push it back.
Okay.
Christina Flores is here. Americans are really insecure right now about the economy and their jobs. We talked about this a little bit at 4 o'clock. A survey by Bankrate found 1 in about 3 workers are worried about their jobs. Strangely, those worried workers want to quit their jobs to find new ones.
Yes.
Why is this happening?
Well, no surprise to anyone. I spoke to an analyst at Bankrate earlier today, and she says it's inflation. People are pursuing or trying to pursue or want to pursue a bigger paycheck because of the cost of living right now. So that's not really surprising. So she said their survey found that workers they want flexibility to work from home. They want good benefits, but the top thing on their list is they want more money.
So it's still about the dollar.
It's still about the dollar. And she was saying, in fact, if you're going out to look for a job, it's about the dollar too. When you sell yourself to a prospective employer, don't just tell them, I want another job because I've worked a lot of hours, I'm really special, I'm very talented. You need to be able to tell them in dollars and cents how your skills and the work that you can bring to this company will have value for them in dollars and cents.
You've always had to sell yourself for a job.
Yeah.
That part is nothing new, but now you need to do it a little bit differently. A creative approach, maybe seek some advice too if you really don't know how to do this. That's a really good tip though.
Yeah, because you can't just say, look, I've worked a lot of hours, I'm a really hard worker. No. What can you bring to the table that is going to benefit our company during a time when a lot of companies are cutting back? They're talking about layoffs, the budgets are shrinking, right?
Well, you know what you bring to the table?
What? Tell me.
Some really great information that can help others with your eye on the money, eye on your money segment.
Well,
that's the importance. You have a lot of value.
Right, and so I think that's really valuable advice from Bankrate right now for a lot of people who are looking for work.
As always, thank you, Christina.
You're welcome.
So Christina, always looking at ways to help Utahns save money with what we just talked about, Eye on Your Money. You can see all of her past reporting, some really valuable information in there, like the one here today, on our website, KUTV.com. Click the Eye on Your Money tab. You can also submit tips or content ideas by sending her a nice email, cflores@KUTV2.com. I want to take you to KUTV.com right now and take a look at what is trending on our website. Really tough photo to look at. I understand this one. This is the Porsche that was hit by a Ford vehicle on Eagle Mountain, SR-73 over the weekend. 2 people died in this crash. We talked about this at length in part of our road rage coverage over the last few days. But right now, that is our top trending story right now. A lot of you taking a look at this. This story was broken into separate stories and was one of our top trending stories in about 3 places yesterday. Also, a lot of you curious about the water main break right now in Salt Lake City. That happens from time to time, so that's a curious one. And then Daniel Woodruff doing some great reporting here, talking about a youth soccer coach in a case against him regarding some allegations there. It's our third top story here. And another one coming up tonight involving a pageant title being revoked from a Utah teenager from Lehigh. It's a story you will find tonight on 2 News at 6 o'clock with our very own Lincoln Graves. But it's already trending right now on our website, KUTV.com. Remember, all of these stories are also on the KUTV mobile app, which you can download on your Apple App Store or Google Play. Chase Thomason, I think he's left the building. He's outside standing in the rain. No, he's here. He's here. I was going to say goodbye with you.
Okay. I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about?
Well, you were over there
what are you talking
looking
about?
because you were given the forecast, and then it really started just coming down.
It really is, and some really gusty winds with some of these thunderstorms, so please be safe for your evening commute. But I'm loving the rain.
It's always needed.
It is needed.
It really is always needed.
You know, and my lawn, I just checked my camera, and it's getting a good deluge right now.
Okay. Is there anything behind this ban for the rest of the night?
So we got just this one storm cell, so it's pushing into Davis County right now. So we're going to see some improving conditions here shortly, but that might be it. So Real game, big game down in Sandy, hopefully will be dry by 7:30. So again, this will last about 30 minutes and then drying things out.
Careful on the roads tonight if you're heading out right about now until about that time frame. Chase Thomason, Brian Schnee, thanks for joining us here on 2 News Live. Thank you for being here. We're back tomorrow at 5:30. Oh, there's a live look outside. Yep. They're trying to escape the raindrops however they can. Hope you do the same. Have a great night.